my dears, today's video is probably going to be a little bit shorter than my typical ones, but I wanted to leave my song as a separate video, hence why that came out on Monday rather than also today. But today is Fatigue Syndrome Day, and so it feels only right that we talk about spoons. And I wrote a really fun song about them, which you can watch at the link that is over here. Okay, so what is a spoon? Well, I mean, you probably know what a spoon is, but I mean the metaphorical spoon. And it's at this point that to all those people who think that autistic people can't understand or use metaphors, you're about to have your mind blown because we tend to use one just about every day, so. There's that. Spoon theory was created in 2003 by Christine Miserandino, and it describes the amount of physical or mental energy a person has available for daily activities and tasks. It is widely used by both the disabled and neurodivergent communities. So generally, a spoon is one bar of energy, and some days you wake up with a whole drawer full of spoons and you feel quite bouncy and energetic. This may be a day where you get a bunch of things done, you step out of your comfort zone, you have a dance party in your living room. And some days you wake up with like 3 and you have to figure out how to conserve your energy throughout the day. And on those days, sometimes even talking to somebody sends you into overload. Sometimes tasks will take more spoons than you think, which means that you run out of energy sooner than you expected. When I run out of spoons, I get sent into overload much more easily. I have a harder time regulating my emotions, I struggle to speak, and I tend to act more autistic because I am typically less verbal, I stim more, and I have a harder time masking. I can also wake up one morning with a lot of spoons and be very energetic for the day and then come across an unexpected situation that completely throws my brain for a loop, and then I suddenly have no spoons to get through the rest of the day. Or I could wake up with none and then engage with a special interest all day and by dinner time feel normal. And they can be very, very fluid. Typically, we recharge our spoons by sleeping, eating a good meal, having some quiet time, and or engaging in a special interest. The signs of becoming low on spoons are almost identical to those of having a meltdown or shutdown, so be aware of that and know how to handle a meltdown. If you don't know where to start with that, I have a video about it that is linked over here, so you can go watch that. It goes through everything. And I also will have a video coming out this Saturday on burnout, which I will link here once it is complete. The Spoonie community likes to use spoon theory as a way to check in with one another. For example, I'll ask a friend if they have the spoons to listen to me rant about something before I go into ranting with them. It also eliminates the need to say, I'm having this symptom and this symptom and this symptom, so I'm tired right now. Or in the case of a PTSD episode, you don't have to explain what you've gone through. You can just simply say, hey, I'm low on spoons, but I'll get back to you when I have some because I really do want to talk to you. I just need to conserve my energy right now. It's a very wholesome and friendly way to check in with each other without having to explain every single piece of how we're feeling, disclose any medical information, or anything like that. And it's really helpful for me to understand the experience of somebody with a different disability than mine, because I don't understand what it's like to have a lot of categories of disabilities, of course, but I do know what it's like to be low spoons, so I can support them better that way. In my experience, the Spoonie community is the kindest and the most accepting group of people. When somebody is having a rough day, we'll say, we're sending you some spoons. And whenever I'm talking to a new person and then they just drop the term spoon into a conversation, I already feel automatically more comfortable and happy when I'm around them. And I can't really explain why, but it just makes me really happy for some reason, so. Anyway, spoons are a great way to explain what you're feeling in a way that is almost universal, and on top of that, it's a really cute metaphor. So to every neurodivergent, disabled, chronically ill person, any or all of the above, who's having a tough time, I'm sending you as many spoons as I possibly can. And to those of you who are new to the Spoonie community, welcome, we are glad to have you. And to those of you who are on the outside of the Spoonie experience, thank you for understanding our experiences and being willing to support us, no matter the spoonage. That's a word now. Alrighty, that's all for today. So go check out the spoon song if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.